Peace and love. Ken Aguinobi here. A few things I had on my mind I wanted to discuss. One specifically is knowing exactly when to pivot in business, right? Understanding when to pivot and not expend and continue to waste resources on things that aren't working or systems that you may have in place that aren't working and that are costing you your operational capital, right? It's costing you funds. It's costing you resources that you could allocate into other areas to grow your business or expand, your infrastructure and your hire more staff, whatever it is, right? So when you're working on a project and developing something, now when you implement, depending on the framework that you implement, but let's say you're working with an agile, methodology, and you're deploying things, the final products in iteration, having releases that you and your development team keep up with, study and watch out for bugs, and that you can come back and revisit and tweak and make bug fixes and have new revisions, right? Even though your goal is to get the product onto the market as quickly as possible to ensure that the end user, that the customer has a product, something that's out there that's usable, you still have to ensure that you're not expending so much resources on a product or something with limited usability, something that's not going to grow or serve your business in the long run. Now, I get it. From time to time, you have to experiment on new products, right? You have to experiment on new ideas, see if they work, because that's what gives you the competitive edge in business and, keeps you on your toes. Make sure that you're able to provide new services and new things on the market for your customer base and your clients, because believe it or not, your competitors are constantly doing that. They're constantly looking for that edge, right? That thing that gives them an advantage over you. So the truth of the matter is that oftentimes we can spend so much money, so much resources tweaking and working to develop something that does not work in the long run, or that will not be of good use as it pertains to expanding your business and giving you that competitive edge. So you have to know when to move on. You have to know when to fold it, when to pivot into something else. And this is not about giving up per se. It's not about giving up. It's more so about being realistic with yourself. Being realistic and knowing when to fold. When to fold up and close shop. So that way you're not frustrated and you don't feel defeated, and you don't feel like you've just burnt through a lot of funds and resources that you likely acquired from something else that worked, right? Because for every new thing that you do, you want to ensure that the funds that's coming in from that project, from the project, deployment, product, whatever it is is being put to good use to expand your business. So that's what I had on my mind, is to know exactly when to fold.